So either introduce yourself here or introduce yourself under this particular one as well. Just a reminder, you can see what is due under the calendar, and you can go directly to what is due in the calendar. So today is Tuesday. And the one thing that I really want everyone to make sure that you've done is your student contract. And by tomorrow's class time, and if you click on the 15th, you'll see it. By tomorrow's class time, I want to make sure that you have gotten into WebAssign and to go ahead and do the pre-work for chapter 1. And we're going to talk about some quirkiness about WebAssign tonight so that you guys get a good feel for that. Because chapter 1 is kind of reviewing things like significant figures, kind of going back a little bit of algebra, kind of going back to look at estimations, to look at things like dimensional analysis and those types of topics. So I really want you to kind of start thinking about those. And there really shouldn't be a whole lot new other than you may not have seen it in a couple of years. Then the other thing that I want you to do by tomorrow evening is this: provide an estimate of the number of baseballs that can be put into a 55-gallon drum. So if you click on this assignment, what you're going to see, and actually I'm going to do a couple of things. I'm going to give you more attempts because sometimes Blackboard is a little funky and persnickety. There we go. This is a real world estimate. And again, one of the things I'm going to do tonight is kind of talk through some estimates. And you can either type in your submission or upload a file. How this is going to be graded is not whether or not you get what I think the number for the number of baseballs in a 55-gallon drum is, although I will give you my solution, and I'll give you 2 different solutions to get the number of baseballs in a 55-gallon drum. But what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to get some information, which means you're probably going to have to go look up what a standard size of a baseball is. You're going to come up with a scheme or a methodology to give me the number of baseballs in the 55-gallon drum. And then you're going to give me the calculation as to what you think the number of baseballs is. I am, again, unless it's something that's totally way off and you just wrote down a number that's a swag, that you just said, okay, I think it's 555 and I gave a number, you'll get a couple of points for that because you turned something in. But I'm more looking for what rationale did you use? Did you look at to see if the number was reasonable? Did you get something that made sense? One of the things I didn't talk about last night, and you didn't see it in the video, is I want to point out a tool for you all, because this is a free tool, and this will allow you to work on a piece of paper and easily create a file that you can upload as a PDF into Blackboard. And I think I have it under Learning Resources. And if I don't, I will get there. I will do it now. I think I have it listed in another place, but we will go ahead and do it now. We will actually create something here. This CAM Scanner app right here, you can get it on Google Play. You can get it on the Apple iStore. I'm going to go ahead and copy this, and I will actually put it here so that you all have access to the link. If you use students at noc.edu or your oklahoma-state.edu, you can get the professional version free for CAM Scanner. And it is a way to actually combine files into a PDF. So it is a nice handy tool, and they will give you a student version. So it works really well. And as you will be putting your test scores in or your tests into PDFs, this works really great. I will caution you guys, I have trouble sometimes with HEIC files. Those are picture files from the iPhones. And sometimes I can open them, sometimes I cannot. So your best bet to make sure that I get a file that you upload is to do it as a PDF. And the CAM scanner is a great tool. It is just a totally good tool. I've used it professionally. I used it when I was an environmental scientist and doing consulting. It was a great way to take copies of documents and make sure you had documents and put them together as PDFs. And if you use your student email, you can get the professional version for free. So that I do have that, and I wanted to make sure you guys knew about that resource. Another thing to know about doing things, you can, if you haven't gotten Microsoft, if you go to the NOC webpage. And for those of you who come in late, please type your name into the chat so that I have a record of who was here tonight. But if you go into the information technology and you go to save on software and technology products, this will take you to the how you can get various things. And this is how you can get Microsoft Office 365. For those of you that need Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, this is what will get you there for a variety of things. So that gets you your Microsoft Office 365. So that should give you a pretty good set of helps. All right, move that over there so I can keep track of my chat. All right, so just a reminder of what is due. There's a couple other places you can look for what's due. If you click on Introduction to Physics in Motion, I have been at a meeting today, so I haven't had a chance to answer questions. I'm going to try and do that either first thing in the morning or later on tonight. I will see what I can get done. But under here, under assignments, this is, you're getting started in WebAssign, and I will be double checking, making sure there aren't any problems. This is the pre-work for chapter 1. And here is your baseballs, how many baseballs can be put in to the 55-gallon drum. And these two will become available tomorrow morning so you can see my solutions. And again, I'm not grading on the exact number that's there. And the other thing that needs to be done is the student contract. And that needs to be done by tonight. I still have a waiting list, so we're seeing if we can squeeze a couple more folks into class. So we've got that in there. So any questions about what's due? All right, seeing and hearing none. I do want to show you one thing. I usually will set out an announcement for that I've got the videos uploaded. So last night's introduction is right here. And I have put that into the Zoom, my Zoom for this class. That's for the text. And here is the YouTube channel specific to the E6 summer. So if you click on that, you're going to see Zooms that are specific to this class that we have in here. And then this is my historic YouTube channel. In one of my other classes, they had opened up an older video and the voice and the video was out of sync. I have that happen to me on my home internet occasionally, and I usually have to do one of two things. One is I may have to go to YouTube and go through YouTube, and then that tends to sync better. The other advantage of being in YouTube is you will get closed captioning, so you can actually see the closed captioning. I've turned that on. It's auto captured, but YouTube does a pretty good job with my voice. So it does pretty well to capture my words, so it's not too bad. So that's one thing. The other thing is that when it gets out of sync, the way I have to fix it at my house on the internet, for some reason, the voice track and the video track come in separately. That's usually a time that I have to reset my router for my internet. So if you're running into that problem when you're looking at some videos, it might be there. It may also be a problem with one of the videos that I had taped before, because I've got some older videos for that class. And I just wanted to give you that heads up that that's a possible technical way to work through it. Another issue is that in some point during the semester, you might run into a PowerPoint. And if the PowerPoint has video loaded into it, Ultra didn't necessarily convert it well. And you may have to actually download it in order for it to release the video or release the voiceover. So that's just another tidbit to be aware of. So those are a couple of things that are here. If you click on this link, it will take you directly to your Cengage and your text so that you have that from inside there. Tomorrow, we will go over the first lab. So that's what we're gonna dive into the first lab tomorrow. So for those of you that are worrying about that. All right. The other thing is tonight we're going to talk about estimates, conversions, doing some initial helps. So you have a variety of different things in here. You do have some choices with respect to the different pieces, but that's really what we're covering tonight. Questions? All right. So I'm going to stop sharing or stop recording real quick.